show today. Tuesday Newsline latest. As I was saying there, I was looking at all the stuff over the weekend. It was a cracking week, really. With sport, Late Late Show, the last Late Late Show as well. As I was saying, I was going over it there the other day, and to give Ryan a motorbike there. You too, I see. I was looking at it there over the weekend on Friday. The news just says Zelensky U.S. missile system ensure 100% interception. According to what it's saying there, it has said the using U.S. provided Patron anti-missile system ensured 100% interception rate and wouldn't play a role in pushing forward against Russia's invasion. So that's according to the RTE News. Man dies after explosion in County Donegal village. What that is there. Man has died following an explosion in Knockfalla, Dove, County Donegal. Guard in the National Ambulance Service and Donegal Fire Service ascended to the scene. The area was excavated and the Defence Forces Explosion Ordnance Disposal Service was requested. The Health and Safety Authority has confirmed that it began an investigation into the explosion. The road was closed and local diversions were put in place. God, that was terrible. That was a terrible explosion, and God, it's terrible. And that was on the news as well. Cause of Dublin apartment block fires being investigated. And I see there's a bill for under 18 e-cigarette ban before cabinet. Public inquiry into A5 road to take place in County Tyrone, which there was a bad accident, as I was saying. Further pay increases agreed for on post workers, I see, which is they're getting more on post workers now. And 1,000 welcome Victoria's Munster to Thomond Park. I saw that there tonight. They got a good welcome. I was looking at the political show there, Katie Hannon, the usual thing, and then Kevin Moran's documentary, that was good as well. It's makes you think. It's good stuff there, and then that's just the other news, and then the sports news. I was just gonna go through. It just says more about Munster. It will only get better. Roundtree's Munster promise. He's promising more silverware, as I was saying there. Team game and Tom of Munster's winning try. And Cattle will crack whip after Tips complacency, saying Waterford won there. Ireland, as I was saying, can we play you every week? Wexford Kilkenny conundrum. Rossi's out. Dublin on a strange day at headquarters. As I was saying there, the football championship then, the results then the other day, I was just going to go through them. It was Dublin 111, Roscommon 14 points. And then the match on Saturday, it was Derry 14 points, Monaghan 14, Armagh 113, Westmeath 112, and then Louth 117, Cork 119. So that was the results. And then the tables then in Zach's section, the table so far is Mayo with 2 points, Cork have 2, Louth have none, Kerry have none. So they're bottom in that. Galway have 2, Armagh have 2, Westmeath have nothing, and Tyrone have nothing. So they're bottom then. And then Sligo with 1 point, Kildare with 1 point, Dublin with 1 point, and Roscommon with 1 point. So they all have 1 point in that group. That's Group 3. And then Group 4, Donegal have 2 points, Derry have 1 point, Monaghan have 1 point, and Clare have no point. So and then the fixtures coming up. The fixtures then on the 3rd of June, it's Cork and Kerry in Páirc Uí Chaoimh. That's at 3 o'clock. Westmeath and Galway, that's at Mullingar, that's on at 5 o'clock. Kildare and Dublin, that's on at 5 o'clock. And Tyrone and Armagh, that's on at 7. That's on at, oh, yes, 7 o'clock. And then on Sunday's match, Mayo and Louth, that's in McHale Park. That's on 2 o'clock. Monaghan and Clare, that's on at 2 o'clock as well. And Roscommon and Sligo, That's on a Dr. Hyde. And then Donegal and Derry. That'll be a good match. That's on at 4 o'clock. So I'll give you more predictions there closer to the time. And then I see in the Charlton Cup, this match is there the next day on Saturday. The matches that on Saturday are Tipperary and Waterford. That's in Group 2. That's then Mead and Down. That'll be an interesting one. That's playing at Parnell Park. And then Laois and London. That's in Parnell Park as well. I think that they probably played as a double header. And then Pierce Park, Cavan and Offaly. That's to be an interesting one. That's from Glenn. And then on Sunday, Limerick and Wicklow, which is a dead rubber match. I think Wicklow are out of it already. Longford and Carlow, that's on at 3 o'clock. And round robin for Wexford and Leitrim, that's on Parnell Park. And then Fermanagh, that's Fermanagh and Antrim, that's on at 3 o'clock, and that's on in St Patrick's Athletic Park in Armagh. And then the Nicky Rackett Cup, which is on the next day. It's on the 3rd of June. Wicklow and Donegal. I'd just like to wish Wicklow the best of luck there in that match and hope that they win. It is a final, an all-ireland final. I just so wish them all the best of luck. And then in the Christie Ring match, that's Mead and Derry. That's on Saturday as well. That's at 5 o'clock. That's the main match in the Croke Park that day. Christie Ring Cup. So that'll be an interesting enough one. And then the Laurie Maher Cup, which is on it earlier on. That's Monaghan and Warwickshire. That's on 1 o'clock. So it's hard to know who'll win that one. So I'll give you previews of the match closer to the time, them matches. So I just thought I'd go through them. And then the entertainment news. I see Russell Crowe post good luck message to Tuberty. That's he sent a message as well. It was a good message. What he says there. Right, he is reminiscing about playing a bit of tennis and having the odd drink of two in a video. Tuberty presented his final show on Friday. There were also video messages from Bono on the Edge. Crowe, who starred most recently in The Pope's Ex, was a regular guest on the Late Late Show. He sent this clip from the Melbourne venue. Every single time I come and meet you, I love the vibe and I love that. Because now we're mates and I can say things like that to you. We've played a bit of tennis the odd time. Crow's video clip features the audience shouting good luck Ryan before he performs the song Blackjack County Change, which he also played on the Late Late Show last year. So that's and then more about the morning to wear in wake of Philip Schofield's admission. Schofield said there is no toxic at this show. Saying I'll talk about that as well later on in the show. So I'm well into the podcast here now. So I was just going to go now down to the Irish Examiner, what it says in that paper. It's the best feeling ever. Thousands of fans welcome home Munster heroes after their 1914 success in Cape Town over the reigning champions. The Storms ended 12 years without silverware for Munster. So, on succession finale, winners and losers, as we say goodbye to the Wright family. Parents cutting back to pay voluntary contributions to schools, I say. And then Sergio Garcia needs to stop taking swipes for the good of his reputation. I don't know what that is about. And then Terry Brown, weather like this brings the world to my doorstep for a day on the beach, according to what she's saying there. And then the latest on the Sky News. First of all, before I go to Sky News, I just thought I'd see. I bought this paper there the last day and I didn't read it, so according to Brendan O'Connor, it says money doesn't make us happy, you know. What he says on that article is what's going on with the government right now, and to the extent with all of us, you have to imagine us as people who won the lottery. We thought we'd be able to handle it. We thought those rare lottery winners who didn't have their lives ruined by cash, we thought it would solve all our problems. After all, aside from money, We had it all. Surely aren't we great and it doesn't everyone love us? And aren't we great crack? If we just had a bit of money, we'd have the full package. Yet here's the government just a few weeks into the lottery win and it's ruined their lives. Their marriage, which stayed salvage to pandemics and leaks and a ditch and God knows what else. So that's Brendan O'Connor's article there. And saying soaring numbers in receipt of emergency state help. Over 180,000 claims for basic necessities like food and electricity. The number of households receiving emergency payments from the state to cover basic necessities for help, the continuing impact of the cost of living crisis is laid bare in new s- statistics that show there's been more than 180 claims for emergency assistance. So that just shows you the stats there of people living to the bare necessities. The television producer who uh, creator of Toy Show the musical to stir Keith's new Late Late Show. The television producer who created the controversial Toy Show, the musical, has been tasked with steering the ship once the new Late Late Show host takes over. On Friday night, Ryan Tuberty presented his final show. RTE producer Jane Murphy has now been chosen by RTE bosses to become the executive producer for the idly anticipated relaunch. Murphy has previously worked as a series producer on The Late Late Show. The appointment, it says, has been met with a muted response among RTE staff, given that Murphy was the only two producers responsible for creating the much hyped musical. So, in other words, it's saying they don't like that. That's what it's saying there. And to whom it can make concerns, there's more about that as well. Tubridy's reign ends in kindness and hugs. Ryan left at the right time for him and the show, according to Neve Horn. There's nothing quite like the Lady Show in the UK. So as I was saying, as I was reviewing more there, I Toy Show the musical created to stay Keith's new show, as I was reading there. Meanwhile, asked RTE Reviews to confirm the new season of The Late Late Show will be recorded live. When asked this weekend whether the show, which has been recorded live for over 60 years, will continue to air live, we are looking forward to sharing details of the new show later this year. I think it'll be in autumn again. They get a decision there on what format it's going to be used, but I'm sure they're a convicted fraudster, 40 cousins, and will that be worth millions, according to what it's saying there. So, and then people struggle daily as politician eye surplus, shipping and backing revamp up as general election countdown begins. According to Hugh O'Donnell here, Michael McGrath is an accountant from Central Casting Accounting School. He's a cautious man, according to what's saying. I don't know what's there. Fine Gael given warns food prices inflation will go through the roof. Former IF President Eddie Downey on the farming near Slane County Meath. And then University Child Limerick professor rule reputation damage as student criticise leaders. And that's on that. And then John Delaney complained to law body over former FEA solicitor. So that's then task. So that's that. Then that. I'm just going through what it says on this pretty quickly. Uh, there's holiday segments and all in this. And then there's an article then about Tina Turner. Tina is in her full command, a goddess whose party I'm about to gate crash too late to stop now. Paul Brady recalls the day he was ushered on stage to sing with Tina Turner in front of 30,000 fans at the RDS and tells of the effect he had on his own music career. So according to that, it shows you just Saturday the 13th, 19th in the Tina Turner concert at the RDS. So he gives you This smallish lady wearing a dressing gown and slippers came in. At first, I didn't recognize her. So, Paul Brady and Tina Turner during their impromptu performance at the RDS. So, that's just an article there. So, that's I must read that then. And then Russian plotting major nuclear provocation against Ukraine claims. So it's terrible if they threaten uh, nuclear, as I was saying. So that's then, and then more about Dark Heart of Paradise is Mysteria of Madeleine McCann's disappearance on brink of being solved. Portuguese reservoir may hold uh, clues to sex offender suspect involved, says Dan. So I was just reading that. So and then more about Philip Schofield denied any affair during probe by ITV chiefs. Uh, so there's all classes on the paper. And then more about Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, Twitter's Ian Musk. Ian's walking away from the wreckage, but Ron's running. So that's according to that. And then how Late Late Show helps to unite us as people. Ryan Tumpety has left the talk show with ease to cover playing with Irish art and talent in limelight, and though spirit is against social media, sink over to you, Patrick Keating, he says. So that's on that. And then that's then more about Tina Turner, whose stage presence and vocal talents won her legions of fans and brought her a deserved comeback and trademark hits. So, so that's then on that. And then the sports page is then, as I was saying there, full with Munster. It just says Mighty Reds end a 12-year drought with victory in Cape Town. As I was saying, it was 1914, and the players' ratings. The most one that got was Gene Kyle, Gavin Combs. He's got a good rating, and Peter O'Mahony he got 7. Dermot Barron he got 8. So and Jack Crowley he got 9. So and then no room at the inn. Irish players are struggling to get game time at the highest level. Under that, walking the walk time. So and then more Limerick and Last Chance Saloon, which this paper was wrote. So Limerick, one Cork, as you know. And then Emotional End to Long Road. Westmeath hurler Derek Nicholas has been cutting down on his career of high and lows. And then Dublin, there's more about then. The groups there, they were yesterday's matches. As I was saying, Offaly 131, that was the Joe McDonagh Cup. Carlo 229, so Carlo won that. I was at that match last year. Antrim won it. I was impressed with it. So all is transparent how we work. So many jobs will be out of a job. So and then more this is business section now. Richard Curran, Fine Gael budget, kite flying is probably just the case. So then that's then I'll go through that quick. So and then there's more then on the Disney live action remake. It's Lost at Sea. He doesn't give it a good review there. The Little Mermaid, Chris Wasler, so he didn't give a good review on that. Incredibly old, the incredibly young Pat Kenny. Pat Kenny show, he gives a review. Pat Kenny, I see, is 75 and he's still going strong on the radio. So that's then just a holiday thing in this. So I was just going quick through this paper. This was the Sunday Independent, but there's a lot of about holidays and all in it. So I just went through that quick, and that's then that, and then more about Gaelic games in it. More of there's an article there about that match, Cork 119, Loud 117, and that was a close match. And then Armagh 113, Westmeath 112, and that was another close match. One man looking to take scalp of maid, according to that's in the Tolchin Cup, I think. As I was saying there, there's nothing to be. Some of the matches I was saying rubber stamps there and that. I must read that. So then that's mostly all that paper. So there's a good bit of reading in that paper. So and then I was just gonna go through the I was just gonna go through well into this. I was just gonna go through the Sky News saying Eamon Holmes claims there was total cover up over Philip Schofield's affair with younger man. According to what he was saying there, he was on his own station. Holmes has claimed there was a total cover up. Holmes 63, who was presenting his show, has accused Schofield of toxicity. 61 admitted last Friday unwise but not illegal affair with a younger male. Schofield on Monday hit back at critics, saying on Instagram there was no toxicant on the programme, adding, I hope you have noticed that it's the same handful. ITV has said it's been an investigation in early 2000 when rumours of a relationship between Philip Schofield and an employer of ITV began to circulate. A statement from the commercial broadcast on the 27th of May, both parties were questioned. So he was really at it, going, Eamon Holmes. I was surprised. As I was saying there, Eamon Holmes is on a gutter snipe news thing. I'm surprised he's got himself into GP News. It is really, really. I don't know what to make out of that station. I don't have any time for it. GP News. I look at RT News, but I don't have any. I'm surprised that Eamon Holmes got himself in for that slot. It's real gutter snipe, isn't it? At its highest. They really rub it in, as I was saying to Philip Schofield. So that's all I can get out of it. It's really, really terrible news, and I wouldn't look at it if I was paid. So that is my thing on that. And then there's more. One mother pleads guilty to murder after 6-year-old son starves to death. Joe Biden and House Speaker reach agreement in principle on raising U.S. debt. So that is the UK news. I was saying there, Philip Schofield. That is the news that's on that paper there, and it's the Irish Independent is probably the same. It's just more about Eamon Holmes brands Philip Schofield a liar after presenting head out with a grudge. Uh, so I was saying there, uh, farewell to Succession, the area divine show. And that is about all. I've gone through I was saying I'll be back with another podcast again, probably. I just thought I'd come back with a podcast. What the heck? I do have a guest there. I didn't put him on, but I hope you enjoy my show, and I'll be back again. The Late Late Show is on a repeat at the moment. But I'd be interested to see what the new show brings. So I'd just like to end my show, and thanks for listening, and goodbye.